It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Ball is teed up, Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go from LA. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback that was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, and he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Now looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Throwing the out route complete. And now approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Another Rams first down.
Give to Williams from the gun. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
McDonald on the tackle.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12.
16-yard line.
Setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. And this is intercepted. Jets are going to have it, and he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pit. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tackle. Everybody is going to pull that play up, and most importantly, going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Takes the 2nd down snap. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Connects with his back, Hall. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Takes this in at the 25. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And he's been one of the central pillars of this offense this season. Right now sitting 2nd in the NFL in receptions. He surges ahead for 5. They get 2nd down. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Throwing now off the play action. This is complete to Ferguson out left. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
It's a gain of 16.
First down from the 41.
And the Rams, first down.
Looking to throw here. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams go up 6-0 here in the first. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Jets, nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. New York to the line. First and 10. They start the drive with Hall. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stop the yard short, gain of 9. First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Hall once more. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. Third and a lone yard coming up.
And it's third down.
He tries to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. So first down from the 41. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he comes through big here. 9 yards, it's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second down, looking for options. And that's going to be batted away, incomplete. So pretty ho-hum way to wrap up our first quarter. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Gonna keep this one and go. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
All set to go now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 28-yard line.
Straight ahead with Williams. Escapes the defender. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams double their lead to 14.
Jets, nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. The Jets are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And his start to the season has been special, hasn't it? The way he's played, it's no surprise at all that he's leading the NFL in passing. They'll start this one out with Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Loss of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Hey, check it. Let's go.
He's going to throw this one. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he gets it away from his end zone. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. First down from the 41. Going left side, Williams with it. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the Jets' 43-yard line.
He's going to throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken down at the 30.
And the Rams
coming to the line for another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Set. Liking 18. Check.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. The Rams playing themselves to a lead here at SoFi. So first and 10 now from the 30. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Throwing on second. On the move, headed right. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
They'll throw, third and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Jets offense now set to take over. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down.
Leads to second and 10.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Cox, that's Arian Smith. This is a nice gain. Nearly moves those chains. He's got it up to the 36. They're going to think this over before trying third and 1. They take a timeout. Try to run for it with Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by New York. That's it second. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
And the Jets first down.
Looking in the air here. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So it'll be second down.
It's now second and 10.
Back
to throw now. Shakes himself. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. Rams going nickel here on third down. He's dropping back to throw. Cut out left. Looks great initially, but he is short on that first down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the fourth down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. Mitch Wishnowski on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Out come the Rams on offense. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And to make the stop after giving up 6 yards, good run on first. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, looks like. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. Here's Evans set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Jets ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. They start them out with a give to Hall. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
Shotgun now on third down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down. They're going for this. This finds its target. That's Taylor. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
First down, New York.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Back now, pressure coming. They set up the screen here for Hall. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
This offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On third and 14, they find a way to convert. Tight end in motion right. From the gun, it's Hall. And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, as he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play. Sent back to their own side of the field on that last play. Some ground to make up here on second. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And that will not be enough for a first down. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of the main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
It's all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Pass play coming here. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Rams have the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Nakua here. He's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 32. We'll go play action. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down.
And Williams, a loss of 7.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. The Rams up by a couple of scores as we look ahead to the 4th, and Brock, they are in control of that football. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Working now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they bring him down around the 34. 4 guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Sends this to the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Rams put up even more points in a win. That one right down the middle. And the Rams make it a 24-point ball game.
Jets nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Jets out to begin another drive. Yeah, and if we're being honest, Brock, this game already over. It was a while ago, but still something for this offense to play for. They can try to avoid that shutout.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game like baseball, right? You look at that scoreboard and you know it's impossible, but find some momentum, something good to build on for next week.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Again to throw on 2nd. He beams one deep right side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
To the air on 3rd and long. Wilson on the slant. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
17 yards.
One of the tight ends motions right. Throwing it again here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. It's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
To the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Connects with his back. Paul. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
New York.
Pass play now. That's low and bounces short of his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Hits his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets making the scoreboard look a touch better. Breece Hall with the touchdown.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Rod begins with a run. It's Williams. Rob Flynn, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Brings up second.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA. The Rams making a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams stretch the lead to 23.
Jets 8.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it looks like that'll be Rams football.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
down at the
3rd and a
2-yard
lone
line.
yard coming up.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Another run for Williams. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
Joshua Carty on
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A.
21-yard attempt.
Rams close to extending their unbeaten streak to 6-0. On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. It's just 21 yards down the pipe.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Shaheed now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
72.
I'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he'll give it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 3rd and just 2 to go.
And it brings up 3rd.
Running back sent in motion left.
60 Eagles.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
Cowboy 80.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Setting up for the kneel down on third.
70.
So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports.